They see her as a threat, a prophecy, a mistake.
But I do. I'm not a child anymore. I'm something they've never seen, and they should be a...
Decades. The predator. The monster. I built a life on
Darkness never truly fades. It only waits for the right moment to return. Imagine the cold mist rolling over the forests of Forks, Washington. The silence pierced by the distant howl of a wolf and the flicker of golden eyes in the shadows. Just when you thought the saga of vampires and werewolves had reached its end, a new dawn rises, promising that the story of the Cullens is far from over. Welcome back to the world of Twilight, where love is eternal, danger is always lurking, and every choice can change the fate of two worlds. Let's dive into the details of the highly anticipated Twilight Saga 6, The New Eclipse. Set 2. Hit theaters in 2026. While official details remain tightly under wraps, the buzz is impossible to ignore. Summit Entertainment is at the helm again, with a rumored release date of November 14, 2025. Though some sources suggest a 2026 launch for the global rollout, the director's chair is still a closely guarded secret. But speculation swirls around the return of key creative talents from earlier films. As for the cast, fans are ecstatic to see Robert Pattinson reprising his role as Edward Cullen, with Mackenzie Foy returning as Renesmee and Taylor Lautner stepping back into the shoes of Jacob Black. Kristen Stewart's Bella Swan remains a mystery, her absence from early announcements fueling wild theories about her character's fate. The genre is classic Twilight romantic fantasy with a darker, more mature twist. The runtime hasn't been confirmed, but expect an epic that gives every character room to shine. So, what's the story this time? The New Eclipse picks up 15 years after the events of Breaking Dawn. Part 2, Renesmee, no longer a child, is now a young woman grappling with her dual nature as both vampire and human. She's caught between worlds, struggling with questions of identity and belonging. As she begins to unlock new, unpredictable powers, ancient forces take notice, particularly the Volturi, who see her as a potential threat to the delicate balance of the supernatural world. With her father, Edward, guiding her and Jacob's unwavering presence at her side, Renesmee must navigate new dangers, old rivalries, and the legacy of her family. The stakes are higher than ever, and the peace that the Cullens fought so hard to achieve is hanging by a thread. The teaser trailer is a masterclass in suspense and nostalgia. It opens with sweeping shots of the misty Pacific Northwest, the camera lingering on the familiar Cullen house before cutting to Renesmee training in the woods, her eyes flashing with power. The tone is darker and more mature, echoing the internal conflict Renesmee faces. Quick cuts reveal the Volturi plotting in shadowy chambers, Jacob transforming mid-leap to protect Renesmee, and Edward watching with a mix of pride and fear. There are subtle clues of mysterious new vampire clan watching from afar, cryptic messages etched in stone, and a fleeting glimpse of a weathered journal that could hold secrets from the past. The visuals are lush and cinematic, with a color palette that shifts from the cool blues of Forks to the fiery reds of impending conflict. One standout scene shows Renesmee confronting a Volturi envoy, her voice steady but her hands trembling, hinting at the emotional journey ahead. Returning characters are at the heart of the excitement. Robert Pattinson's Edward is expected to bring a deeper, more conflicted energy as a father, torn between protecting his daughter and letting her forge her own path. Mackenzie Foy's Renesmee is poised to be the emotional core, balancing vulnerability with a growing sense of power and independence. Taylor Lautner's Jacob will likely explore new dimensions as his bond with Renesmee evolves. Will he remain her protector, or will their relationship transform into something more? Fans are speculating wildly about Bella's fate, with some convinced she'll make a dramatic return at a crucial moment, while others believe her absence will cast a long shadow over the story. New characters are rumored, including a faction of vampires who see Renesmee as the future of their kind and a rival shapeshifter tribe drawn to her uniqueness. The potential for fresh faces and unexpected alliances is sky-high. Fan reactions are, in a word, electric. Social media is ablaze with theories, fan art, and heated debates over every frame of the trailer. Some are thrilled at the prospect of revisiting old favorites, while others are eager to see the saga evolve with a new generation at the center. There's a palpable sense of nostalgia, but also a hunger for something darker and more complex. The idea of Renesmee questioning her destiny, challenging the Volturi, and perhaps even redefining what it means to be a Cullen has longtime fans and newcomers alike counting down the days. Now, let's talk theories. Without giving away any confirmed spoilers, it's clear that the New Eclipse is setting up a clash not just between vampires and werewolves, but between old traditions and new possibilities. Will Renesmee embrace her vampire heritage, or will she carve out a third path, one that unites both sides of her lineage? The Volturi's return suggests a threat more insidious than brute force. Perhaps they fear what Renesmee represents: change. And what about Jacob? The imprinting bond has always been controversial. Could the film challenge the idea of destiny versus free will, with Renesmee making her own choices about love and loyalty? There are hints of a new love triangle, rival clans, and even the possibility of Renesmee becoming a leader who could reshape the supernatural world forever. In the grand tapestry of the Twilight franchise, this movie feels like both a homecoming and a bold leap forward. Visually, the expectation is for a high-budget spectacle. Think sweeping battle scenes, intimate character moments, and the signature Pacific Northwest gloom that's become iconic. The franchise has always balanced romance with action, and if the trailer is any indication, we're in for a story that's as emotionally charged as it is visually stunning. With a legacy of over $3 billion at the box office, the stakes are high, but the hype feels justified. The world is ready to return to Forks, to see old wounds reopened and new legends born. Personally, I can't wait to see how the new Eclipse redefines the Twilight legacy. Will it satisfy longtime fans and win over a new generation? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the conversation is just beginning. So, what do you think? Are you excited to see Renesmee step into the spotlight? Do you have your own theories about Bella, the Volturi, or the future of the Cullens? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you're ready for another chapter in Twilight history. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives, reviews, and behind-the-scenes secrets from the world of cinema. The night is young, and the saga continues.